It's the flip man. You want some money in your hand? Flipping houses without credit or your cash. Get that bag.
Good afternoon and good morning, depending on where you are. For today's daily offers a free deal review, we're trying to help you understand what makes a actual great deal or not. But yeah, so I may have to go it alone here. So it's going to be a little struggle in comparison to when I have someone here to help me. But we'll try to make it happen best I can here. So as you guys dive in here, we'll start to look up your properties, see what the opportunities are. One of the main things, please identify, if you already know, what price they're if you've been given a price on the property, and also your opinion on the current condition of the property itself. Also, that would help out in me giving you some numbers on it. So make sure you can subscribe to the channel, tap the little bell so you are alerted whenever we do go live like this, whenever I upload new content. So again, I think I'll be going it alone today. So we'll make it do what it do. So I already see I have a couple of addresses in here. We're going to be using a number of tools here, some paid, some free, but we'll get there, hopefully, in evaluating you guys' properties. So let me go ahead and share my screen to get us going here. So 1809 Sunrise, I guess, Avenue. All right. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh, I didn't start the Instagram. Okay, boom. Okay, I wish I could copy. Didn't do it later. Open up. Okay. All right. Okay, so let me share my screen. Let me see. Present entire screen. All right. Okay, so we're going to be using Zomps, which is the tool that I had created to help evaluate deals using all the data that Zillow presents, but Zillow is not wholesaler or real estate investor friendly. So Zomps is here to try to solve that problem. So you go here. To use it, you have to be on a laptop or a desktop. Can't be used on a tablet or a small smartphone because it is a Google Chrome extension. Just go here, hit Google Chrome extension. I'll remove it and add it back. And you hit add to Chrome, add extension, boom. Then you'll go over to Zillow. If it's added, you'll see this floating menu over here, this floating bar over here to the right if it's added. But you have to be on Zillow. You're not going to see it on the Zomps page. You have to be on Zillow. And then let me just go back here. Deal later, we may use it a little bit, but that's where you can access the contracts, the purchase and sales agreement for houses, and the well, if it'll go to that page, that's the one for houses and the one for land. You have to fill those out. You just can't print out this blank thing here. Has to be filled out with your information, which, my goal was to provide a professional agreement when you submit it to a seller and or a buyer, I guess. All right, and then we'll be using investor base by way of cashbuyer.ai, which if you sign up through cashbuyer.ai by texting the word boss to 205-964-5243, that'll give you the discount that's offered on the initial sign up. So that's how you can get down and also help me out. All right, so I'm gonna have to go back and forth here between the addresses and the what's the name? So we got 1809 Sunrise Avenue. Let me see here. So 1809 Sunrise Avenue, Moultrie, Georgia. Okay, that is a house. All right. So we'll add it to Zomps. We'll make it the target. So now we'll take that address. Let me open it back up. We'll take that address and apply it in investor base. Okay. Then we'll select. The radius. We'll leave it at 2 miles. I don't know where that is. And then 1 year back. So where is this located? Let's see. Where is it in relation to everything in Georgia, which is Atlanta, of course. Moultrie. Okay. All right. It's its own little kingdom, I see. So it's a long way from okay, so it's a small town. All right, but let's see what we got. All right, so let's see what we got initially. Small town, so sometimes it still pulls stuff, which is one of the great things about this tool. So let's see what it has. All right, so it does pull a few results, so good. Does it provide any prices? But it doesn't provide any prices, right? Only one down here. All right, so now we'll use the Zillow route. So let's close this. And let me go search the address again. All right. Let's search the address. All right. And so now we'll change this over to sold. We'll reset all filters on the more. And let me find it again one more time, make sure. Cool, it's right in this area here. So, all right, so it's right in here. So let me, all right, so let's use the draw tool in here, hit apply. We're gonna deselect all and just select houses. All right, so we got quite a few of them in here. All right, so let's look at the last 6 months. Okay, that gives us a better snapshot. So why is it not letting me apply these? So that's one. We'll do it manually. Jumps is not letting me do it automatically there. So boom and boom. Okay, there we go. All right, so ours is a 1970 build, which is newer than all of these. These are 1955, 55, and 52, which is cool. Our property is 1,350 square feet, which is bigger than all of these. So it looks as if, let's look at this one right here. I can't tell the renovations on it. This one is a lot smaller, so that's why it's doing that. So it looks like roughly around $110 average price per square foot. And it seems as if so we're using 147, 150 is the number. Because what happens is we use the price per square foot because if you notice, none of these are the same square footage. Ours is 1,350. This is 995. You got 1,000. So to make the adjustment, we take this 1,000 square feet and we divide it into what this house sold for was 106. So that gives us 106,000. So that gives us $106 price per square foot up here, price per square foot. All right. And then on this one, 113. So it averages out to 109. So we multiply that times our square footage, which is 1350. So we hit calculate. And so in the calculator, it's going to populate the ARV there. So the general rule, which this is not set in stone, but it's something to go by. And sometimes you have to make your own judgment on it, just make an adjustment here. But we take the repairs and multiply times the square footage, and that gives us the repairs. So 1,350 square feet times $25 if it's livable, it's 33,750, which is already applied right here. Now, the other thing you have to figure out is how much money you want to make on the deal. All right. So in this situation, well, normally we do 10% of the ARV. So this would be like 14,000 some change. So I'll just say 15,000. All right, just to round it up. So ideally, you would want to probably, the red number here is what you'll want to get it on the contract with the seller, 55,000 or less. And you'll put it to make 15 grand. You'll put it out there around 70,000, assuming that, obviously that can be negotiable, but that's the general range that you'll be working with. If it's not livable, then the numbers change. So now you're 35 or less, and you put it back out there around 50 or so if it's not livable. So now investor base normally, even though we're using a 70% ARV as far as the investor percentage, normally investor base, if the city was big enough, it would tell us what buyers are really paying. This is just a generalization here, but it'll tell us what is really paying. So we'll maybe hope and see that on the next one. All right. So let me see who's up next. Man. So that was 1809 Sunrise. So we got 609 Rowan Mill Road. Rowan Mill Road, 609 Rowan Mill Road, 609. I think I'm saying that right. All right, Salisbury, North Carolina. Salisbury, however you say it. Let's see where this is located. Let me see. Big city or not? Near big city or not? All right, so look like it's its own kingdom, not far from Charlotte, but decent little distance, probably about 50 miles or so. I don't know. All right, so let's see what we got here. Let's do a search. Okay, so got a little activity in here. We got this one right by it that sold for 85, and they renovated and sold it for 184. How big is our property? But our property is a whole lot bigger than this property. Let me add it in Zillow first. Let me do that. Okay, so now this one is showing it's only 1,533 square feet. Okay. Let's see what PropStream says it is. All right. All right. What we got? Doesn't like that address. It doesn't like that address. Let me do this then. Let me go to land ID. Let me see if we can pull up an address it likes. So this is North Carolina. Okay, they didn't change their thing a little bit. Okay. Let me zoom in. Okay, let me see if it likes this address across the street. Well, direct, let me see. directly across the street. All right. Where is it? What I'm trying to do is just verify the square footage, guys. Just see if, because that will matter whenever we're trying to figure this stuff out. So which one was it? Oh my God. Okay, so it's that one. So not directly in front of it, but it's this one. Okay, it pulled it up. Wonder why I didn't pull it up before. All right, so it's showing 1533 also. Okay, I just need to verify that. All right. So we got some rentals down here. That one sold for $435. It's a smaller. That was sold. Maybe these sold in a package, because they're all the same size, so we can't use that. Boy, I hate to cross over that major street there. Yeah. Let's go back in time, see if it pulls more. Let's go back 2 years. We do have activity there, which is good, but right there by the property, just seeing what they'll pay. We're going to go back in time a little bit. So search property, landlord like property map, tutorial library, buyers rank and score. Okay, so we got more activity here. Okay, if we go back a little bit. All right, so that we got here. Okay, so this one sold for 300 grand. That one sold for 294 on a landlord deal. 295. Don't say. That one sold for 280. So it looks like if you can get this property for maybe 250 or so, you'll be able to make a decent payday. 250 or less is what I would recommend. If it's not livable, then I would maybe want to get it around 200 or so, but livable probably around 250. And you can probably have a pretty good payday on this one. And I will probably put it out there maybe at 270, well, I'll probably put it out there 290 actually, or whatever. So you got some room there. You can go up above 250, obviously, but that's where I would try to start. All right. So what else we got here? I keep forgetting I ain't got no help here. Go live. It's gonna let me go live. Okay, boom. All right. That was in Salisbury. Let me see if we got any questions here. Okay, so great day, good afternoon, Flip. Hello. I've been what's the discount code? Oh no, if you just text boss and go to I don't think it's Flip, it might be Flip Man, but a discount code on what? I'm assuming you're talking about investor base, but if you just text boss, the link will take you to my site and it'll automatically be, you already be in a discounted link if you follow through the process. Let me just say that. All right, so we got one in what is it, Dearborn, Michigan. So 812 Mason Street. So let's see here. 812 Mason Street. 812 Mason Street. All right. 812 Mason Street. So let me clear this. All right. Let's go back here. 812 Mason Street. Dearborn. Okay, so boom, we got that. Let's go ahead and make it to target. And so it recently sold back in 22 for 205. which it has some photos. He didn't say whether it was livable or not. So, all right, so we'll do 1 year, 1 mile here. See what happens. Okay. Do got some activity in here. Look, so you got combination of flippers. So they pay, let me see, your property is, how big is it? Let me see, 12, 11, 28. So we got a flipper that paid $450 there. This one paid $150. They paid $200. It's a bigger house. They paid $175. Paid $275. 95 got a deal there because they knocked it out the park. 220 there. These are bigger houses than this one, yours though. They pay 165 there. Okay, so let's see what landlords are paying. So they pay 165 on that one. Let's add that one if it's still the same. It is. Boom. All right. Let's do this one. They pay 182. It's a little bigger. So boom. There's another landlord. They paid 212. It's a little smaller than yours. All right, and let's see up here what this one did. They paid 662. Not a good. They paid 222 on that one. Let's see. Okay, they already sold it. So all right, so we're gonna roll with what we got here. All right, so yours is a 1927 build, and these are a little newer. Normally, we like to stay within 5 years plus or minus, but we have to go with nearest and best. Yours is a little smaller than these also. I'm going to eliminate this bottom one here that's 1,800 square feet because the price per square foot is lower. These two here, so looks like based on your square footage, as far as landlords, they will pay upwards. We'll just say the bottom is this 150 amount, but upwards of at least 180. Now yours is a little smaller than these. It did 212 right there, but I'm gonna say upwards of 180. So that's the range when you're targeting landlords. Now flippers seem to be actually paying a little more, which is a little weird. Must be a really hot area is the reason they're doing that. That's 165. That's 95. That's 275. That's 175. So yeah, their bottom is higher than the 150 for sure. So probably more so around that 175 or so. So this is an opportunity there. I would be shooting trying to get it for under 150 and let it play out from there on what you could probably make on it. If I can get it for 150 or less on this one, I would put it back out there between 175, 185. So now again, you got a lot of room there. You can put it back out there. You know, you could put it out there at 180, 185, and somebody say, I'll pay you 158. You got it on the contract for, and I can close next week. So you got it on the contract for 150. That means, of course, you'll have an $8,000 payday the next week. Assume everything goes the way it should. All right. Let's see here. So 24346 Fink Road. 24346 Fink Road. 243. Let me see. 24346 Fink Road. It should come right up. Yeah, boom. All right, so this one is actively for sale. So you know you need the right buyer for this. Now, this was a hot one too. It's getting over almost 300 views per day, 5% save rate. They're going to sell at this price or higher. I wouldn't even target this one, right? I'm not even going to spend time on it because this one's going to be bidded up, right? They have it priced really well, just from the number of views that it's getting per day. So who posted, who submitted this. So this Alexander, I wouldn't even target this, unless you're gonna buy it for yourself. They're not, I can't tell you what they're gonna do, but more than likely they're not gonna have to take less than this amount. It's already priced right, unless you had a buyer ready to go or buyers ready to go that are okay with stuff that's already advertised, because you're not doing anything special. What makes wholesalers special is we find stuff no one else knows about but us, right? Or the group of buyers that we're dealing with, let me put it like that. But this is nothing special unless, again, you already have buyers ready to go, right? This is priced pretty well. It's going to sell near this price or probably above it, because they probably get in how many days? Only 5 days. Oh my God, yeah. So yeah, this one is going to probably go pretty fast. All right. Clear this. Okay, so the next one. All right, that was the other one, 401 Summit Avenue. Let's see what he has on that one. Now, this one here is not getting a lot of activity, but the house appears to be, let's see, I don't know about renovated, but it's in pretty good shape. Now, this one here is definitely overpriced, so I'll dive into it. But again, really wasting time on doing these if you don't already have buyers ready to go. I know we want to, just try to pull down the lowest hanging fruit, stuff that's already advertised. But trust me, you need to have buyers that are okay with these types of leads or these types of deals, because you're not finding something that they can't find themselves. Now, you can negotiate it down where it makes sense. But again, because the contact information is here for the realtors listed by, so you can to Teresa Ruffin. So she will be, there's her email address, but you could easily, just Google her name and it'll pull up more contact information for her. And so there's more trouble than it's worth if you don't already have buyers ready to go on something like this. But let's see what buyers are paying on this one. Let me go ahead and add it. All right, so why I didn't. I am sharing my screen, right? Yeah. Okay. Again, if make sure you subscribe and like the channel. I'm doing this alone, so it's gonna be raggedy when I'm doing it by myself. Raggedier. Let me say that. So what we got here? So we got 400 grand. They paid 330, paid 25. I wonder what's the difference on those. All right, so that's small. That's small. They paid 128 on this one. They paid 80. I'm not sure what's going on these two. But these are more in line here. So I'm gonna add this one. Well, no, that's a huge property. Can't add that one. They only pay 80. So these properties are a lot bigger too. So like this one, they pay it's 3,300 square feet, 3,340. I don't know what condition it was in. They pay 128. This one here was 1,736, because yours is only 1,357. I'm sorry, this one was 736 square feet. So they only pay 80 for it. And then this one, it was a fix and flip. They only paid 28 for it. So down here, what we got, they paid 165. That was a huge house too. Up there, they paid 210. So that's sort of farther than what I want to go. This one, they paid 330. This is interesting. Let me go back in time a little on this. Let's see if I can get more activity by hours. Those prices are all over the place. Mm. Whew. Well, okay. Jessica, you there?
I'm here.
Okay, good.
Wait, let me see. How do I?
All right, so we do got more activity. 330, 59, 100. Yeah, see, those are more in line. 29, 25. Yeah, so I'm not sure where those 400 ones, but those other ones make more sense based on the little activity that property is getting. Now we got something really low that don't make no sense either. Um, see over here, got 128, 34, but these are all over the place. So I'm just gonna add the ones that make sense, that appear to make sense to me. So I'm gonna add this one. All right. I'm going to uh, add this one. Boom. Let's see what we got here. 59. That don't make no sense. Gonna add this one at 100. So boom. See what we got. That's 400. That's 25. 5. All right. Doop 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 doop. Some really cheap ones in here, some really expensive. It's sort of weird on this area in here. Um, and then some of these are some huge houses according to this. Let's see. So they pay 120, sold it for 162. They paid 62, sold for 200. All right, so we're gonna go with what we got. So we got a couple of them in here, and uh, which one is ours? Okay, what is this down here? It don't have a sales date on it. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna eliminate that one. So and it looks like it needs to be closer to 100 versus I think the 188 that they're asking. So that's why it's not getting a lot of activity. It's tremendously overpriced, which means you would have to get it in less than that. So again, it's a listed property. So go figure. So so I was on you there, Jessica?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Which one was that?
That was it was this one. It was in 401 Summit Avenue in Abernat, I think.
Okay.
Arbor,
Albert.
Arbor,
Albert Mall.
yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, I guess we can go to Michelle Sloan. Let me know when you're ready for this one.
Okay.
It's 101 Cree Drive, Cree Drive, Oxon Hill, Maryland. Oxon Hill. hmm She said it's livable, but it needs rehab. Wholesaler got it for 170K, and they're now asking for 289. Is this a good deal for an end buyer?
Okay. So it just sold back in March for that, as she said. Okay, so let's get rid of all of these.
Somebody said if both of us don't attempt the accents, it's not a complete episode.
We just did that on Monday.
No,
Yeah.
apparently that's we didn't do that every
Yeah,
time.
okay. Oh, I think you got it. What you call it? Want some more, sir?
Nah,
Uh,
you gotta work on the Scottish one.
I need to hear it, because I get them confused.
Right.
I need to hear it.
That's a hard one.
Yeah,
It's not coming.
because I want to say mate for everything, and I know that's Australian.
Okay, yeah.
And I don't know if I'm pretty sure I'm not even pulling that off or
Right.
whatever. So it's thinking, guys. It's thinning. It's thinning. There it is. All right, so we got good activity in here. Um, all right, so some flips, mostly flips, looks like. So we got 207. Well, how big is ours? Ours is 1260 square feet. Okay, cool. All right, so this one here was only 780 square feet, and they paid 207 for it. This one was 310. It's almost exact same size as ours. They paid that, sold it for 360. Nice. This one is smaller. Paid 206. This one is closer to our size. They paid 230. They paid 310 for that one. So we'll add these the landlord. Let me see. He paid 325, 226. And we don't know what he did on that one. So let's see here. So he paid 226. He paid 325. Why did they do that? Oh. Must have been ready to go, is the reason why. Zero on that. 161, 222. I guess that's the same area, so we'll go with it. It's back on the market. Can't use that one. Let's see on this one, 222. Yeah. 298. All right, boom. 160. Why these all over the board? Okay, so boom.
Okay, that one was cute.
Yeah. And let me see. All right, now we got a lot of flips in here. I wish they could. So let's look at some of them first before I go over here to the thing. Let's do it this way. Let me go to my deals and we'll look at it like this. Hopefully it'll make sense here. All right, so 180 on the flips, 180 to 195. They got some in here that are over 200. So basically about 180 to 215. Ain't just a ton of landlords in here. 220 to, we'll just say 220 on the landlord side. Now investment percentage, again, I wish they're working on this so we can get an average on the ones we select. So they paid 57% on that one, 68, 52, 64, 16. Oof. Oh, they got a good deal on that. Jesus Christ. 53. Well, look, they paid 70 for it and sold it for 426. Lord have mercy.
Major come up.
Yes, sir. 295, so that's 70%. That's 44. I got a decent deal on that one. 160 sold it for 363. Yeah. So it looks about maybe 60% is an average, I guess you would say. And it looks like these things are selling in the fours. I guess the mid. Well, that's not that big though. Probably in the low fours, I guess I would say,
Mm-hmm.
based on the square footage. All right, so on this one here, landlords will legitimately pay in the up from 180 to 120 to 220. It looks like flippers will pay definitely. Um, just looking at these, let me see. They normally pay a little less, depending on the square footage, of course. Um, Looks like their bottom is probably about 160 or so, back up to maybe like 210 or whatever. So obviously that depends on condition and size or whatever. So just to give you a number that I would just be comfortable with is if you can get this 180 or below, you would probably be in pretty good shape to be able to move it fairly quickly. And I would put it back out there maybe at 210, 220. Obviously, you got a lot of room there now, so just keep that in mind. But if you can get it 180 or below, I think you would be good on this one based on the data that we have available to us.
Okay. Let's go to the next one then. I don't see anything on Instagram, so you guys remember if you have a property you want to check on, make sure you add it in the chat. The next one on here came from EJ88. It is 1147 West Woodward Avenue. That first one that's down there, Fresno, California.
Fresno. All right, this is a listed property. It's been on the market 6 days. It's getting over 400, almost 500 views a day. Save rate under 5%, but this one is priced right now. They're going to get a lot of offers on this. You know, quite a few people have already saved it in that short time frame.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, I, it won't even make sense to run numbers on this because it's going to get bidded up. They're going to have a lot of
Oh,
offers on this, right? Just because of the activity. Again, when you target these, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on listed properties. When you target these, you have to have the right buyer that's okay with you finding stuff already for sale on the internet. There's no reason to look at this unless you already have that in place. So there we go. So what we got next?
all right. This one is from Alexander Shale. It's 2434 6. Address not livable, needs a full. Oh, they didn't even put everything in here.
Yeah, we already
Maybe
did
that's
that one. It was a
right there one.
Fink Road in Albemarle or whatever it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we already did that.
Well, we don't have any right now then.
Okay, cool. All right, no more questions or anything.
Mm-mm.
All right. Well, I'm a little. I got a couple
I don't know
things.
how I get mine off of
Oh, I got it right here. All right.
okay.
So yeah. You just have to hit the large, the last one to the left.
Oh, okay.
Um, and so uh, we pulled a few properties. So we got some stuff, good stuff there. Again, beyond this, if you want to dive into the Facebook group, we'll try to comp some stuff there. I got some stuff that I got to go in there and answer questions on. A great place to network also with others all over the country, definitely probably in your market. So to access the Facebook group, just text group to 205-964-5243. Also, um, text um, uh, boss to access that tool that we've been using, Investor Base by way of cashbuyer.ai. If you want to know where buyers are buying, who is that buyer, what they're willing to pay, which helps you negotiating with your sellers, potential motivated sellers, and then in a lot of cases their contact number, which is probably the most powerful part of it. So we'll be back here on Friday Appreciate everyone that's joined us. Again, you can check us out on the Facebook group to basically continue.
I don't know if you want to. There's one more on here. I don't know if you want to do that one.
Whose is it?
Somebody just added Day Darden from Facebook. You see it? It says 13375 US Highway 190.
Yeah, just add that in the Facebook group, and I'll take a look at it. Let you know what I think.
Okay.
Appreciate Jessica getting in here to make this go a little smoother than what I was doing. And so, if nothing else, folks, we'll see you on FLIPSID.
Flip man, it's the flip man. You want some money in your hand? Flipping houses without credit or your cash. Hit that bag.